Day 2 studio, scene 8, take 1, Mark.
The AIDS life cycle feels like, for me, in many ways, it feels like sort of a missed opportunity, something that I should have been doing for a lot longer. This is, I think, my 3rd or 4th year, and I have had the privilege now of talking to people who've been doing this for decades, and so I know what decades worth of memories of this ride would look like.
My first ride was in 1994, in May 1st, and today, June 7th, 2025, is my 31st ride.
When I became director and doing my first training ride, I rode with this girl named Monica. And I just remember this moment of us, pedaling along and just having a really great conversation about why we were involved, the people we knew, the people that we were supporting. And there's these little moments that I remember from individual people, individual conversations I've had with people, and I always encourage people to do that. I always encourage people to get to know each other's stories. And it doesn't have to be deep for everybody. It doesn't have to be a tragic story that ends in a tragedy of losing somebody. It can just be because they want to help people. But hearing people's passion and hearing why they do it has always been the best memories for me.
This is my first ride. Absolutely, virgin.
There's hundreds of moments, thousands of moments, and I think everybody has these. And obviously that means a lot to a lot of people. Some people are doing their first ride this year, and it's gonna have this really special meaning.
I found out about this ride in, I think it was 2009, when I first saw the ride at the artichoke truck. So it's on day 2. My dad saw the truck at Pizzini Farms, and he bought it. Pizzini Farms was like, okay, this is gonna be a big day. Make lots of artichokes.
That's an understatement.
You guys are hungry people.
Yeah.
Hi, get up here. My mom's like, how many dips should we do this year? 300, 400? And I'm like, as many as we can make. And then as we kept seeing it every year, I was like, the people are so cool. You guys are amazing people, loving people, the nicest people. I look forward to this day every year. Someone called me that I met through the ride. He's like, you always say this and you never do the ride. You have to do the ride, it's your last time. So I signed up. As a new rider, don't know anybody that's had AIDS or been tested or whatever. And what does it mean to you guys for someone that's a newbie doing the ride?
It's sort of kind of akin to coming out. When somebody comes out to you and you've never met a queer person or someone that's non-binary or transgender, you're just, the curiosity is supposed to be authentic and honest and ask. This is a historically safe space to be able to ask these kinds of questions.
Yeah, I think it's, you just being here, being earnest and just being honest and asking questions. How you said, you don't know anyone who is living with HIV, and I think that opens the door for a conversation, especially for someone like me. That opens up the conversation.
Yeah.
Your question was about riding this first year. A lot of the riders don't know anyone who had HIV or AIDS or died anymore.
Which in a way makes me really happy that they don't have those memories that we have. That is something new to them. To me, not to say that, put that in a good light, but we always wanted a day when kids would have to be like, what is that? And a lot today say that, which is encouraging in a way.
Like so many things that we should always know our history so that we are not prone to repeat it. Yeah.
If you ask the miracle question, what would it look like if we no longer had to do the ride, right? People have said that for years. What would it look like when the ride finally comes to an end if we no longer had to ride to end AIDS? What's that day gonna look like?
I couldn't actually deal with being HIV positive, right? Wow. I've cried so much, and I was just like, I'm not gonna come in here and cry, because I've told the story so many times, but I was a mess, man. My friend Nathan said, you need to find your tribe. You need to find your community. And he helped me find Friends Indeed, an HIV support group in New York. And they led me to the first AIDS ride I did back in New York as well. And it's raining. I'm gonna look at the brighter side on this. Y'all know the last time I did an AIDS ride, it rained the entire time. And it was one of the reasons that I would never do it again, but it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna be good. I was ashamed of living with HIV. I had a lot of internalized like HIV AIDS phobia, internalized homophobia, a lot of stigma that I was dealing with as well. I was born in Richmond, Virginia. I came out when I was 15 in the mid-90s, you know, and that was unheard of back then, especially in the Black community as well. You having a teenage child coming out saying that, you know, he's gay. I grew up with this just hatred for myself, and I got to a point where I was like, I don't want to live in the shadows anymore. You know, I don't want to hate myself. I want to change the narrative, especially within the Black community. So me doing that first New York AIDS ride was for myself. I wanted to help erase that stigma. I wanted to just show to my community, like, yes, I'm a Black gay man and I'm HIV positive and I'm living with HIV, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. We can have this conversation with each other. Having the conversation isn't going to kill us. Having this conversation will save us, because right now we're not having the conversation, and that's what's killing us. I'm gonna find my husband this year, because it happens on the ride, right? So I just crack myself. I say that I'm a hopeful romantic, you know. Hopefully I find somebody, maybe if I take a SAG bus one day. I've heard stories about people finding their partners on the SAG bus. Anyway, no, but I'm looking forward to being with my team, Puro Pinchi Papi. I love them, they see me, we see each other. This morning was rough getting out. I've been having some back issues even before the ride, but my poppies have been with me to support me the entire time. I met our team founder, Charlie, of Team Puro Pinchi Papi. We met during the pandemic. Him and I and a couple of our other friends, we would all meet on Zoom to watch Drag Race. You know, during the commercial break, I remember he asked, he said, hey guys, you know, I've been doing AIDS LifeCycle for quite some time, and I want to start a team this year, an all BIPOC team, all queer team as well, and I would love you guys to, you know, be a part of it. And something like clicked. I was just like, first I was like, no, I ain't doing that again. I'm not doing that again, I'm not. But I felt ready again to take it on. And also I said, I have some experience, you know, on an AIDS ride. I don't have 7 days, I don't have an experience camping in tents, but I was like, I will do this because of the representation, you know, that is happening, and because he said we need more of us on this ride.
What are the biggest changes you've seen in the ride over the years?
Everything's for the better.
Definitely for the better. Just seeing all the people that come, new people, straight guys with their girlfriends, and they're doing it for their cousin. And the stories I hear are all different, but it's really unified everyone. So that to me has stayed constant through all the rides. People really take care of each other, and that they are concerned for everyone's well-being all the time, which I love.
For me, one of the changes that I think has happened in the last 20-some years is that there are more people of color on the ride, because cycling is such a white male sport. Back in 2002, one of the shifts that we wanted to make was we wanted to recruit training ride leaders that did not look like cyclists. So it was asking women, it was asking people of color, you know, can you be a training ride leader? And the answer that I would always get was, I'm not a strong cyclist, you know? And my answer is, not all strong riders are good training ride leaders.
People really take care of each other, and they are concerned for everyone's well-being all the time, which I love.
I'm Filipino, and a couple years ago on the ride, I was walking by this group and I heard a group of people speaking Tagalog. I literally stopped in my tracks. I actually think we were at the artichoke stop.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that kind of just made me really, happy.
I want to talk a little bit about BIPOC, the Black Indigenous people of color. My first year, 2012, there was a guy on the ride, African-American brother, and I would see him every day in camp on his bike, and he was alone. And I was on a team, and I was the only Hispanic male, straight guy on the team. And then I would see this guy, and I could see his isolation, him just staring off and feeling alone in a sea of people. And so now I'm not just a training ride leader, but I'm the facilitator for the BIPOC training ride series. And our goal is to have an inclusive space for riders like me. And Charlie created this team, Puro Pinche Papis, for that reason, to come together.
I have a team this year that is largely made up of new riders. And I'm very excited to sort of not only see the ride for the first time and the last time through their eyes, but I'm also really excited for them to learn some of the lessons I think I learned on my first ride, and the lessons about supporting other riders. Learning the call outs along the ride, knowing how to pass another rider, certainly learning how to get passed by other riders, knowing how to be safe on the road and to show each other respect. And those are lessons that certainly transcend the ride, but are really valuable, and there's a lot of utility in the moment. And I'm looking forward to watching my teammates learn those lessons.
I want the stories that you guys have. I want the friendships that you guys have.
You're going to have all of that.
Yeah. You can be a poppy.
You get
a part of my team.
I want to be on everybody's team.
And they have the
That's
best
a lot of
uniforms.
jerseys to wear.
What are you most scared of as a first-time rider?
First, it was the climbs. It sounds weird, but getting emotional every single day, just accomplishing something. I want to be a finisher. That's like something personal to me. But hearing everyone's stories, I'm walking away from this table, I'm gonna say, I got to do it for you guys, and I'm excited about it. That wasn't a purpose of mine, because I was sharing with somebody, like, I don't know anybody, but now I do.
Yeah, you do.
And 2,500 people are
I
going to know
know.
exactly who you are.
I know.
All my friendships, all my love, everybody I know has either come through the ride or I have forced into doing the ride. And I've got them involved, right? So it's like, I think about my life and how different it would be if I didn't take that step in 1998 to do my first ride, when a good friend of mine, Ferd, said, why don't you just get on a bike and ride with me? And, it was life-changing. And those friends that I did that first ride with, I'm still close with today. And I've made many, many more along the way. And I just love, love, love everything that the ride stands for.